Good morning, friends. Welcome to the second part of the number system, class 9 classes. In the first part, if you have observed, we discussed the classification of numbers. Now, in the second part, we'll be discussing some important operations related to the number systems and the rules for surds and indices. We will also know what a surd is and what an index is. So, without wasting any time, let us get into the topic. Now, one of the very important questions which is asked many times in the board as well as school final exams is finding rational numbers between two rational numbers. Now, there are some methods which I will discuss today to find the rational number between two rational numbers. Now, as you all know that there are a number of rational numbers available in between two integral numbers, but here we will discuss some of the method by which we can easily find the rational number between two integral numbers. So let us get into the first method, which is method number 1. So we will discuss the method 1 first. Method 1, using the mean. Suppose we are required to find one rational number between two rational numbers, x and y, such that x less than y. Now, any rational number in between x and y can be found using half of x plus y. So, for example, if I need to find the rational number in between 1/3 and 1/2, I simply take x as 1/3 and y as 1/2, x less than y. So the number between 1/3 and 1/2 can be found using the formula half of x plus y. And I will put half of x as 1/3 and y as 1/2. So it gives me 5/6. By 2 is equal to 5/12. So 5/12 lies in between 1/3 and 1/2. Now, using the same method, we can find the three rational numbers between -2 and -3. So, a rational number lying between -2 and -3 can be calculated using the same formula which we have used in the first example. So, we will take x as -2 and y as -3. So, the number between -2 and -3 will be half of -2 plus -3. So it will give me a -5/2. Now, instead of 1, we need to find 3 rational numbers. So we can find another rational number which is in between -2 and -5/2. And also we can find another rational number in between -5/2 and -5/3. So the number between -2 and -5/2 will be half of -2 plus -5/2. So it gives me -9/4. So here is the -9/4. So another number which is in between -5/2 and -3, it will give me half of -5/2 plus -3, and which will give me -11/4. So here is the -11/4. So the three numbers in between -2 and -3 are -9/4, -5/2 and -11/4. So using the same method, we can calculate three rational numbers, and you can apply these two up to n rational numbers. Now in the method 2, suppose we are required to find n rational number between two rational number x and y with like denominators. Then we convert the given rational number into equivalent rational number by multiplying the numerators and denominator by a suitable number. Generally, we use n plus 1. Now, for example, if I want to find the 5 rational number between 3/5 and 4/5, what I will do? I will take the n as 5, since we need to find the 5 rational number in between 3/5 and 4/5, and I need to multiply this denominator and numerator with n plus 1, which is 6. So if I multiply this numerator and denominator with 6, I will get 18/30, and here I will get 24/30. So the number in between 18 by 30 and 24 by 30 are 19 by 30, 20 by 30, 21 by 30, 22 by 30, 23 by 30. So if I show you the sequence of this number, this 18 by 30 and 24 by 30 in between, there are 5 rational numbers, which is 19 by 30, 20 by 30, 21 by 30, 22 by 30 and 23 by 30. Now in the method 3, where we need to find n rational number between 2 given rational number x and y with unlike denominator such that the x is less than y. Now here we need to find a number d which is denoted as y minus x divided by n plus 1, where n is the number of rational number lying between the x and y. So the rational number between x and y will be x plus d, x plus 2d, x plus 3, and so on, up to x plus 8. Now for example, if we take an example of a number of minus 2 by 3 and 3 by 4, and we need to find the 6th rational number in between minus 2 by 3 and 3 by 4. Here the x is equal to minus 2 by 3 and yy is equal to 3 by 4. And I need to calculate the d. Here d will be 3 by 4 plus 2 by 3 divided by n plus 1, which is 7. So it will give me 17 by 12 by 7, and it will give me 17 by 84. So the number between this minus 2 by 3 and 3 by 4 will be x plus d. The first number will be minus 2 by 3 plus 17 by 84. Second number will be minus 2 by 3 plus 2d, which is 34 by 84. The third number will be minus 2 by 3 plus 3, d 51 by 84. Fourth will be minus 2 by 3 plus 68 by 84. Fifth will be minus 2 by 3 plus 85 by 84. And the sixth will be minus 2 by 3 plus 102 by 84. So if you solve this, you will get the value of the numbers. Since the video is getting too long, we will discuss the surds, indices and its properties in the next video. Please like and subscribe to my channel Gonit Guru, and also don't forget to click the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Thank you very much. I will meet you in the next video.